Stay tuned for the biggest fish, the hottest bites, this week here on In-Depth Outdoors. With James Holst.
Look at that. Wow, is that an incredible fish?
And the rest of the IDO fishing team. We're headed to the best fisheries across the upper Midwest and Canada. We'll fish longer, explore unfished bodies of water, and go further off the beaten path in search of the hottest bites in fresh water.
Look at that.
With Cal Schwiel.
What a specimen.
And Joel Nilsson.
Whoa, this is an absolute monster.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Good morning, everyone. James Holst here with In-Depth Outdoors, and I think we've got a pretty cool show for you here today. We're actually on Upper Red Lake, but we're not fishing walleyes. We're not fishing pike. We're here to get in on those famous Upper Red Lake crappies. Now, many of you have probably heard of or maybe even fished for these crappies during the Upper Red Lake crappie boom that took place about 15 years ago. There was a huge spike in population and it turned this lake into the destination for giant crappies through the ice. Now that crappie population kind of ran its course and you really haven't heard much about the crappie fishing out here on Upper Red for quite some years. But in the last couple years, we've started to hear rumblings about anglers catching small numbers of crappies. Last year, it was 5 and 10 crappies per house. Now this year, we're starting to hear of some much better catches with some really big fish in the mix. So I'll be fishing with Pat McSherry. We're going out of JR's Corner on the south shore of Upper Red Lake. And we're gonna actually be heading far north out into the lake to get to where these crappies have been running. So stick around. If we're able to find these fish and get in on a fishable population, they're gonna be big. Now we're running out of JR's road here on the south shore, but we're actually going to end up fishing further north. Kind of some of the info we're picking up is that, you know, you can catch a crappie, one crappie, just about anywhere on Upper Red Lake. But the concentrations have been much better the further north and east you get. And JR has been doing a great job of running a road out to this general area where these crappies have been getting caught. So if we punch enough holes, we should be able to round up enough crappies to see if this is a fishable population or not.
Made her.
We made it. That's a long road, man.
Yeah, it's a long ways across.
So what we've done is we've kind of taken a little tour here, see how JR's got his houses laid out, and he's got this road that comes out, was it like 11 miles? Mm-hmm. Long way. And we're out here in the northeast corner of Upper Red Lake, and he's got his houses running east and west, and he's been telling us that if you stay further north and east, that's where the better crappie activity's been going on. So we're just gonna stay on this side of the houses and just rip it up like we normally do.
Yep.
You know, we've been told that the best bite is later in the day and early evening. And during the day, you really, if you want to catch crappies, you're going to have to go look for them. They're not really schooled up, they're not feeding aggressively, but if you find them, you can catch them.
Right.
So that's our mission until that sun starts to get low. Of course, we won't know when that sun gets low today. It'll just suddenly get dark.
Yeah.
All this snow. So let's grab an auger, let's make some noise.
All right, let's do it. Oh, there we go.
Little walleye?
Yeah, I think it's suspect, probably a walleye. Oh no, crappie.
No way.
Check that out.
How big is it?
That is a nice fish.
They do exist.
Oh man, I can't believe that.
That's a nice fish.
Heck yeah.
We're beginning to think a little bit, you know, maybe they're like unicorns and, you know, fairy dust.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking we were on a snipe hunt when we came up here, but...
Hey, we saw the pictures. So.
Yeah, we did see the pictures, and that is a nice Red Lake crappie, too. Heck yeah. We better let us fish like that go, but that's fun.
I'm jealous, man. I feel like I owe you a buck because you got the first fish, you know? That kind of deal.
Well, you can get me a beer later.
Well, beer costs more than a buck.
There he goes.
Fishing glow red rattlespoon, right?
Yep, glow red rattlespoon. That's one of my favorites for walleyes out here too. So
we're gonna catch a bunch of those too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see how we're gonna go through a day fishing crappies in conditions like this, particularly where we don't end up catching a whole bunch of walleyes too.
Right.
Added bonus, but nice fish, man.
Heck yeah, that's fun.
They're real.
Hopefully we can get on some more.
Well, these perch must be tiny because even they're too small to bite. I mean, they don't even really bug you too much.
They come up to it and they go pew right back down to the
You can always
bottom.
tell when it's a perch.
Yeah.
Shoots right back down to the bottom. I got one.
What you got?
It's not a little perch. Little walleye. Crappie.
No way.
Yup. He's not very happy about it either. I was thinking little walleye, and by little I mean, 14, 15 inches. All right. I'm fishing a 1/8 ounce Tingler spoon in glow red. He's got the rattle spoon version of that. That is a really nice crappie. One of the things that made this bite so popular 15 years ago was the size these fish would attain. And that one's well on the way. We're gonna give it a chance. I don't really want to keep any great big crappie to eat. If I can get some 10, 11 inches, those will probably go home with us, but a fish that size, he's staying here for you guys to catch. So back you go. Later, fish. Bye.
Sweet.
I feel a lot less nervous about doing this.
Right.
If you were to tell somebody that, yeah, we went up to Upper Red Lake to try to do a crappie shoot, they might make fun of you because there's been such an amount of time that's elapsed since this crappie bite up here was really the thing that people have kind of even forgot about it. You don't even hear people talking about targeting the crappies or catching crappies just up until the last couple of years. So I don't know if people are getting better at targeting them again or if there's a population resurgence or what's going on. All I know is we got 2 on the board. We're feeling a lot better about giving this a shot.
Right.
Craftsmanship and precision are just words until you add driving passion and a knowledge of what defines rod building excellence. Tuned up custom rods are built with a perfect blend of rod balance and action. A truly custom experience achieved only with the highest quality materials, from the handle to the last guide and every thread wrap in between. It's these components, along with an attention to detail, that makes our custom ice rods a tuned up custom.
There we go. Might be a little better fish. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice crappie. That is a really nice fish. Get my glove off here, and just like James was saying on that red glow VMC rattle spoon, pop that hook out there. Nice. But that's not quite as big as those first 2 that we got, but still not a bad crappie. It's got to be 13-inch fish. And one thing I've noticed, I'll let this fish go quick. There he goes. One thing that I've noticed is that the crappies that we're seeing and catching, they're coming in 1 foot to 2 feet off of the bottom, whereas a lot of these walleyes and perch that we're catching, they're coming right up off the bottom and slowly coming up. Those crappies are blinking in just 1 foot under your bait when I'm jigging 2 to 3 feet off. So they're definitely coming in close to the bottom, but a little bit up on top, and that seems to be kind of the trend. So it's nice to know the difference between a crappie and a walleye. They show up pretty similar. So that's cool, though. I can't believe that we're actually getting on a consistent bite here of crappies. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely not a perch.
I'm coming.
Thank you. That out of here. Nice head shakes.
Walleye, perch?
No. Oh no!
Oh!
There we go. That's a nice crappie. This is working a lot better than I thought it was going to, buddy.
That's a really big crappie.
I know. We got horrible conditions, but I actually think it's working in our favor. I mean,
Right.
I'd love to be here on a day when it was bluebird skies, a little bit nicer looking weather for everybody to stare at, but I think the fish are preferring this, so.
Yeah, well, if it was a lot colder, it'd be a different story, but it's actually pretty warm out. So.
I'm actually hoping we can get a few smaller ones to eat. I mean,
Right.
we've had what clearly is a couple different year classes.
Yeah.
13 to maybe 14 and a half. I would assume that's 2 different year classes.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no desire to put that fish on the table. That is one beautiful crappie. This is what used to bring people up here to Upper Red Lake by the thousands. It used to be nothing but fish like this. I mean, I've seen the pictures. I actually never fished the Upper Red Lake crappie boom. Not once.
I did, but I was really young, 12, 13 years old, so.
Make me feel old, thank you. All right, we're gonna let that fish go. And one of the nice things about catching crappies in 12 foot of water is you got no problem releasing them. They just go.
Yep, they're ready to get out of here. Did that one come off the bottom or up a little higher?
Everything on the bottom, I mean, I'm still fishing for it just to make sure, but they're all perch or little walleyes. And I mean, you know, you're catching them too, but if you see a mark that's 1.5 feet or 2 foot off the bottom, it's game time. Every one of them's been a crappie. They've all been big. You know, you hear all the stories about the crappie boom, and that to me, that's crappie catching. I mean, guys talk about catching their limit in 45 minutes an hour. We're not going to catch them that fast. This is fishing.
We're working for them.
Yep.
But I am excited for that evening. I think it's really going to get good.
Well, I don't know very many fisheries where a guy could go out and spend 2-3 hours and catch nothing but 13 and 14-inch fish.
No, the average size is unbelievable.
Always has been, though.
There he is.
You got another one?
Oh, yeah. At least I think it's a crappie. Oh yeah, nice crappie.
They're all huge.
Oh my gosh, this is a blast. Look at that fish. That's a tank of a crappie. It's almost like they're built different out here.
They are thick.
They're, you know?
You do get small ones I hear once in a while, but for the most part today, I mean, everything for us has been 13, 14 inches, which those are big fish. That's what this lake is known for.
Mm-hmm. And no doubt with a mouth like that, they're eating big baits too, which makes it even more fun.
You know, we expect a streak of fish right towards dark, but with the snow like this, I mean, it's kind of like perpetual sundown. Yep. I mean, we should be able to pick off fish for the rest of the afternoon.
Well, that's kind of the way it's been. Just pick one up here, pick one up there.
I punch holes, you catch fish.
Well, it doesn't seem like getting them to bite has been the problem. It seems like just finding them, you know, as soon as you can get one to show up and commit, they'll bite it.
Every big fish that I've had come on my screen is basically just Pac-Man right up and gobbled.
Yep. Just finding them. Got to move around a lot and punch a bunch of holes, just cover ground, try each spot for 10 minutes, move on to the next one and repeat. And that's what's been working to pick up a few so far.
It's Buy, Save, Fish time at your local Skeeter dealer. Now through March 31st, 2015, Skeeter Boats is offering rebates up to $3,000 on 2015 models or Yamaha factory financing with rates as low as 3.9% with no money down for qualified buyers. With Buy, Save, Fish, there's never been a better time to get into a new Skeeter boat. But this fantastic offer won't last long. So stop into your local Skeeter Boats dealer today before this deal gets away. Skeeter Boats, engineered like no other.
Well, we don't know if the fish are going to bite here in the last couple hours of the day, but conditions are definitely setting up just perfectly to allow us to fish right up to dark. We had that driving snow going on for most of the day here in the last 15 minutes. The wind has stopped. I mean, it's just the few snowflakes we have remaining here now, or it's coming straight down, and no snow. So should be real comfortable out here fishing the rest of the afternoon. And this is about the time of day, about 4:30. We're starting to see more people coming out to JR's rental shacks. This is definitely, if you're going to rent one of the houses, this is when you want to be on site until about 7, 8 o'clock. After that, you can go and get yourself a burger and a beer. But if you're going to target the crappie specifically, that's when you want to be in one of the houses and waiting for those waves of crappies to come through.
Come on. There he is. Nice. See what we got? Oh, a slab. Oh, look at that fish. That is a blast. These are just slab crappies. There's another one down there. I'm gonna just quick get back down, see if I can't get another one. You gotta capitalize when these schools are hot like this. All right, come on, fish. Here he comes. There he is. I got on a hot school here, James.
You got him?
Well, they're showing up as soon as I drop back down. He got spun around in my hole. I'm gonna have a hard time. Another sweet fish. Look at that. I don't know, James. This feels kind of like the old crappie days.
I wouldn't know any different.
Oh, there's two more down there too. gosh, I gotta get this hook out and get back down. That's the thing with this crappie fishing. Nice fish. I'm gonna let that one go. When they're there, a lot of times towards evening, they're just moving so much. And if you take any time at all to, you know, dink around and rebait, they're gonna be gone, which is why I actually switched over to just putting a few Euro larvae on, because they seem to stick around a lot better than a minnow head. Seems to fall off easier. But you marking anything, James?
Yeah, I just worked one up to about 5 feet below the ice. He'll come back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they didn't move far. They're right over here, Pat. Oh yeah.
I still got one working here too.
Well, we caught a lot of nice fish during the day, but we've been talking this time period up, this twilight period, pretty hard, hoping that this is what we'd see. Oh man, another toad. How many 14-inch crappies can you catch in a day? I don't know. I've not hit my threshold for I don't care anymore, that's for sure. This is fun. And like Pat said, this time of day, when you get a school coming through, you just admire and fire. Goodbye, fish. Because there's usually a couple more where that one came from just waiting. What we'll start doing now as we start to lose light is we'll start using our headlights to light up these spoons. They glow real nice. Anything we can do to help these fish find those baits down there in the water. Because, you know, upper red it's pretty stained. You get this much snow cover over the top of the ice on a night when there's no moonlight, and it gets pretty dark down there. So anything we can do to help those fish zero in on those baits, it's worth it. All right. You're still working him, aren't you?
Yeah, I just glowed up and he fired back up.
Yeah, very often when you get in a situation like this. You got him?
Yeah, I got him.
You'll have these crappies come up and peck at the bait, and they're not really sure if they want to eat it or not. You glow that bugger up, and I'm telling you, what you get is a fish that's a lot more aggressive. They just engulf the bait.
Yeah, here's proof in the pudding, man.
That is a nice crappie. They've all been nice today. We haven't had any small fish.
I haven't caught that many of that quality in a long time. You know, a lot of bites that you get in on, you bang 2 or 3 like this.
If
and the
you're
rest
lucky.
Of them, right.
Yep.
You know, and that's even a good bite, but.
I guarantee you, we're gonna get some people say, oh, it's not as good as the good old days. Well, so what?
It's still
really
good.
good.
All right, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put them right down your hole.
You bet. Thank you much.
That's fun. I better get back over there.
Yeah, I've only seen one fish here, caught it, but I've only seen the one.
Yeah.
Introducing the new wireless pan-cam camera system from Markham Technologies. The groundbreaking interface that allows an angler to wirelessly monitor and control the left-right pan of a remote camera from up to 300 feet away. The Markham pan-cam system transmits a live video stream via Wi-Fi back to your Apple or Android device, and the free Markham app is even capable of connecting to multiple cameras at the same time for multi-camera on-ice coverage. This winter, take full control of your underwater camera with Markham Technologies' wireless pan-cam camera system.
Oh, there we go. Nice, James. This is so much fun.
I've got one here that's going to destroy our average. I think he's only 12 inches long.
Oh, that is killing our average, man.
I'm over there in the darkness. We're out of filming light, obviously, so we've brought out some lights here where we can continue to film, and we thought it was appropriate because crappies like to eat after dark, right?
Right.
There's a normal sized crappie. I'd be proud about that one most days. Mm-hmm. What you got there is just a whole different deal. I'm gonna get rid of this one. I don't even want to see him around anymore. So obviously multiple year classes, which is just awesome for the future of this fishery. Certainly the crappies weren't gonna just disappear, but when you start seeing multiple year classes like this could go on for years to come, which is a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna get an auger, I'm gonna punch a hole right there.
Well, I'm not wasting any time. I'm rebaiting.
I don't blame you. Oh, got him.
No.
This is crazy. Thank you. Look at this. Another pie. There we go. This is too much fun.
I can't believe it's back, you know.
They are. Oh, out he goes. Just fantastic average size today. Unbelievable quality. I don't know that I've caught more white crappies, but this might be the best day of black crappie size-wise I've had, at least in a long time.
Same here. I'm in the same boat.
Guy can spend a little bit too much time gawking at these things because we know this isn't going to last for very long.
No.
You know, each night you're probably looking at about a 2-hour window here around dark. Once you find the fish, though, you've seen it. I mean, you can just pile up the fish really quickly.
They're around during the day, but they're not the easiest to find either. It took a lot of holes and popping a few here and there to get some fish on the ice.
I wonder what our neighbors think. There's other guys out here crappie fishing. Everybody else is in the house, which is fine. Of course, on a night like this, when you've got snow coming almost straight down, no wind, and upper 20 degrees for temperatures, I'm gonna want to be outside.
I got one working here.
Yeah, I can see him. I think he's like right in the middle of us. But sitting in one of these big houses, rattle reel with a, you know, a fathead minnow on one and just jig the other. I think a guy could.
Oh yeah, those guys are in there catching fish.
Smush them, yes.
They're in there catching fish, I'm sure. This one's chasing me way up. Oh, there he is.
Oh, come on. I wanted to catch the last fish.
Oh man. Must be another nice one too.
They're all big. Good grief.
It doesn't get old, does it?
All right. We were just talking that we're probably going to have to fold up camp here pretty quick. We're actually starting to get just kind of like some misty rain, which is just fine on us, but not so good on expensive camera equipment.
No.
So not many nights you get to fish in February with it that warm.
No.
Pretty nice deal.
Yep. I'll let that one go.
Yep. Well, so obviously we could probably keep doing this for a while. I don't know that we need to pile on, so to speak. You get the picture. People don't spend a lot of time talking about catching crappies out here in Upper Red Lake anymore, and that's a shame because obviously the fishery's in pretty darn good shape.
Heck yeah.
I feel pretty darn lucky to have been able to take part in it. Anybody interested in doing this, whether you fished it back in the crappie boom days or you just want to do it for the first time, JR's Resort, JR's Corner off the south shore has got a road that pretty much comes right out to the epicenter of the crappies.
They're
right
on
here.
them. They're
they
on the
are
fish.
on them. So if you know, if you're had your fill of walleyes this winter and you want to get in on some crappies, give JR's a call. They were instrumental in pointing us in the right direction. Of course, we put our own little spin on it a little bit. We love being outside the chase down these crappies. If you've got any crappie skills at all, you're going to be able to do this. Punch holes, search, when you find them, make hay. So it was a lot of fun, and it feels good to know that what once was a tremendous fishery, it might not be as good as it was back in those days. I wouldn't know, I never fished it, but I would consider this really, really good.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the best crappie bite I've been on in several years.
Long time. So from Pat McSherry and I, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
All right, man.
Let's save the expensive stuff from the rain.
For more info on the latest fish reports, gear recommendations, and hottest techniques, connect with us online at indepthoutdoors.com or follow us on Facebook at In Depth Outdoors. And if you enjoyed today's show, be sure to let our sponsors know.